"How often have you seen this guy?" he'd asked, when she plucked up enough courage to share her fears. He leaned towards her, smooth chin cupped in his manicured hand. She caught a whiff of cologne. "I'm not sure." "Ballpark?" "A couple of times." "A couple being twice, 3 times?" "Don't know. I've seen him twice, but before that I had, the feeling I was being watched." "The feeling?" He'd lain back in his seat at this point and balanced for a second on its hind legs, then straightened, as if he'd remembered to take her seriously. "Yeah," said Penny. "Like when you just know someone's staring at you, but you look around and no one's there." He shuffled some papers, a message, she felt, that he was a busy man with more important work to do. "One day in Kmart, for example, I was picking out a dress for my daughter's birthday party, and I just had this feeling that someone was watching me." "Was someone watching you?" "I'm sure he was, but when I looked round he was gone." "How do you know it was a he, if he was gone?" "I saw him another time, at the school, I'm sure I did, when I went to fetch Angel." "What did he look like?" "I don't know. Kind of medium height, yet not that tall." "Anything else? Young, old? Give me something to work with, please." She couldn't. It was like trying to conjure up her mum's face in the months after she died. "Was he black? White?" "White, definitely." "Well," he sighed, "that sure narrows it down." He had the grace to smile, which relaxed her a bit. "Sorry, I'm not much help, am I?" It was like being back in that scary place when she was being prepared by the FBI lawyers to give testimony. Frantic in case she'd get it wrong and Scott Milburn would go free to come after her again, or to send someone to kill her, like they'd killed Charlotte. Her confidence deserted her just like it had in those months before the trial. "You doing okay?" he said, checking his phone as he spoke as if something or someone more important needed his attention. "Sorry, I was just checking your notes." "You carry them around on your phone?" "Great. Something else for her to worry about." "I access them, that's all. It says here that you're a writer." Penny gave him an embarrassed smile. "Who told you that? Seth. I would like to be a writer, as in I've got a book in my head. Unfortunately, small kids don't leave too much time for Mummy to become a best-selling author." "I hear you," he said. "It's just I went out with a girl once who was a writer. Man, she just about drove me crazy. Talk about hyperactive imagination." "Did she go, 'What if the plane crashes? What if a hurricane hits?' Catastrophizing all the time?" "What if someone's watching me?" he said, with a sly grin. "Okay," said Penny. "I take your point. Seth would probably agree with you. Poor guy. He's had 10 years of this. He's always telling me to chill." "Seth's right. You should try to lose the fear. You don't have to worry." "How often do you say that in a day?" "Many times, but it's true. You're a brave lady. Not everyone would agree to be alone in their apartment with a felon, wearing a wire to record his every word, even with the FBI waiting outside the door. Then you testified in court. That takes courage." He paused as if waiting for her to agree. Penny, Scott Milburn is in a high-security prison. He'll be there for a long time for what he did, and his contact with the outside world is minimal. Trust me, he is no threat to you." She had heard this so often she barely listened anymore. She laughed for his benefit, as if she hadn't a care in the world, and squirmed at the sound of it. "Oh, I'm just being silly. This isn't the first time I've been convinced someone was watching me. I don't suppose it will be the last." Penny had known that she couldn't stick around to find out. "See, I wanted to ask you something." She tried to sound casual. "Could we move away, do you think?" "From Texas?" "Yeah." "I'm pretty sure you could, but I'd advise you to avoid a knee-jerk reaction to this guy you think is watching." When Seth had come home a few nights later and mentioned he'd been offered a chance to go and work in Toulouse,